Coming up on our special holiday edition of Ag Week TV, we'll take a look back at some of your favorite and our biggest stories of the past year. Longtime sugar beet growers look back on the early days of the industry and talk about all the changes. This school is adding food fresh from the farm to its lunch menu. And we'll talk to the Suttons, who have been producing rodeos for nearly 100 years. Welcome to our annual Ag Week TV Holiday Special. I'm Emily Beal. Thanks to Superior Grain Equipment in Kinder, North Dakota for hosting us. We hope you're having a very Merry Christmas. Each year at this time, we take a look back at some of our favorite and most popular stories of the past year. At Ag Week, we like to tell you about the newest advances in technology, and the sugar beet industry is no exception. Massive and technologically advanced equipment of modern sugar beet production filled much of the floor of the Fargo Dome during the International Sugar Beet Institute this year. Jenny Schlecht was there and found an interesting look at the past.
There were displays of things like 12-row harvesters, drones, and tools built to use artificial intelligence for jobs that once had to be done by human force. But the Red River Valley Sugar Beet Museum had relics of the farming past, and people at the International Sugar Beet Institute got to hear from farmers who experienced those changes for themselves.
We started the sugar beets in 1951, and things were really different. Really different. He bought everything new. The planter was a 6-row, number 66, John Deere, you remember it? $700.
Alan Dragseth's family goes back even farther, more than 100 years of sugar beet farming near Crookston, Minnesota. In fact, he runs a sugar beet museum there.
And if anybody's interested in some 1966 sugar beet seed, we got 3 full bags brought into the museum this winter. We did a germination test and we got 0.
These old-timers spent some time sharing stories about the changes they've seen in the business they love. Everything from the equipment, seeds, weed control, to labor. That was a big issue for growers in the days before effective herbicides.
My grandfather had 17 acres to begin with, and we've been growing sugar beets for over 100 years now, but they used labor from neighbor kids that would come and do the work. Labor was the big thing when you started with sugar beets in the earlier years, that's for sure.
They put me on the governor's council for farm labor, and there were over 15,000 migrants working in the Red River Valley in 1975 on virtually every farm for weed control, and they still did some thinning from time to time.
But labor really became scarce during World War II.
Labor was impossible to get, and we used prisoners of war. My dad got 5, and they were housed in an skating arena in Crookston, and you weren't supposed to feed the prisoners. And somebody turned my dad in, and he wasn't going to get labor for the next year because he treated the labor too good.
Stories from the pioneers who left their footprint on the industry and some big shoes to fill.
The International Sugar Beet Institute has now merged with North Harvest Bean Growers Association's Bean Day for a new event called the International Sugar Beet and Dry Bean Expo. It will be in January in Grand Forks.
Thanks, Jenny. Every year around the holidays, we run a series of stories about how people are thankful for ag. Rose Dunn visited a school that is focusing on serving fresh, whole foods.
That's right. They're even growing some of their own. I found the changes are a big hit and are teaching the kids about how their food is grown.
We have kale and bok choy, and then the butterleaf lettuce.
It's Harvest Day in the St. Joseph's Catholic School lunchroom. The 2nd grade class grows these lettuces in this hydroponic garden.
The 2nd graders love it. They always ask, they're like, is this our lettuce? And we're like, yep, it's your lettuce.
Ladine Sorrell has been food service director here for 12 years, but this year they're trying something new. They're moving towards serving mostly fresh, whole foods, locally produced as much as possible.
And as farm girl, I was like, yep, absolutely, I'm in.
They're also working toward a zero-waste kitchen. That means washable silverware and trays, milk in glasses rather than cartons, and the food scraps are collected to feed the livestock at Harvest Hope Farm, north of town. Sorrell says serving more whole foods takes a little more prep work, but she thinks it's well worth it. And she thanks the farmers who provide it.
I guess I've always just appreciated that I never went to bed hungry a single day in my life. I understand where my food comes from. I know the hard work that goes into it. And I try to bring that to my job so that the kids understand, you know, how lucky they are that we live here, where the food is plentiful and good.
They feed about 180 kids a day, pre-K through 8th grade.
And cucumbers.
And so far, the changes are a big hit with the ones whose opinions matter most.
What would you say to the farmers who grow your food? Thank you for listening.
Ladine Sorrell tells me the program is still going strong. She says thanks to another grant, they added a second hydroponic garden for the kids to grow more of their own vegetables, and they love it.
Thank you, Rose. It's certainly a great program.
Yeah, it is.
Coming up on this special holiday edition of Ag Week TV, we talk to the Sutton family who have been rodeo pros for almost a century.
As your farm evolves, so do the challenges that come with it. At Superior Grain Equipment, our systems are built to make your job easier and help your grain reach its full potential. From gentle drying to durable storage, get the flexibility to market your grain on your time. Superior Grain Equipment, proven solutions to help you grow.
The Prairie Revolution Ditcher is the new standard for surface water management. The Revolution Ditcher leaves a smooth finished 5-foot flat bottom cut and cuts up to 10 inches in one pass. Throw dirt in either direction, up to 165 feet. Now with the hydraulic cross auger to break up dirt and keep you working faster. Check out the Revolution Ditcher at Prairie.com.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brent does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of Brent products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
I'm Ross Bollingberg, and I suggest working with Advanced Grain Handling out of Mayville, North Dakota.
Ethan Hansen from Blanchard, North Dakota, and I would definitely recommend Advanced Grain.
We're Jason and Justin Topp, and we would highly recommend Advanced Grain Handling.
I'm Brian Hoffman, and I highly recommend using Advanced Grain.
I'm Greg Nelson, and I would recommend Advanced Grain out of Mayville.
I'm Mark Stola with Stola Farms, and I would recommend Advanced Grain Handling Systems.
When you're ready for the next step on your farm, start with Advanced Grain Handling Systems.
North Dakota Farmers Union is hosting the Evolution Ag Summit on Tuesday, February 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the NDFU headquarters in Jamestown. This one-day event will address how food production, processing, and supply chains are adapting to the growing demand for transparency and information about where our food comes from. Register online at ndfu.org/evolutionag.
From Superior Grain Equipment in Kinder, North Dakota, welcome back to our holiday Best Of edition of Ag Week TV. Since 1926, the Sutton family of Sully County, South Dakota have been producing rodeos across the nation. Ariana Schumacher went to their ranch and gives us a closer look at the company's history.
The Suttons have had rodeo in their blood for nearly a century and are still going strong.
Sutton Rodeos started right out here on this hillside in 1926. There was a rodeo right here on the ranch.
Steve's great-grandpa bought a horse, a quarter horse, and it bucked everybody off on the ranch, and they just couldn't ride it. And he saw an opportunity to, there were Wild West shows and things back then, so he saw an opportunity there to do rodeo-type shows.
For the past 99 years, the Sutton family has been raising bucking horses here at their ranch in Sully County, South Dakota. These horses go on to compete in rodeos across the nation.
Just like whether you're on the basketball court or the racehorse world or whatever, the bloodlines are pretty important.
Breeding programs are an important part of producing top rodeo stock. For Steve, creating his bloodlines took an untraditional route. In 2012, he invited 9 other stock contractors to bring their best stud and 10 of their mares.
And there's been several that happened out of that have been to the National Finals Rodeo in our herd and the other people's herds. But that everybody used to kind of protect their bloodlines and just wanted to keep them on the place. And that day we spread a lot of bloodlines around and it's kind of started to everybody to do a lot more of it.
Today, the family spends most weekends on the road producing their own rodeo productions or working as a subcontractor for other rodeos, along with raising 400 to 450 bucking horses.
We get to go to all these different towns, and it's their fun week. It's their celebration that little community looks forward to all year long. We get to be part of that, and it's and you know we put on the littlest rodeo, and we put on the biggest one.
Sutton Rodeos produces Rodeo Rapid City, which has been named the top indoor rodeo of the Professional Rodeo Cowboy Association 6 times.
And that covers Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. So that is a pretty big honor for South Dakota.
And they have kept that aspect of entertainment in their rodeos.
You're there to entertain a crowd and put on a show.
Nearly 100 years later, Steve and Kim's grandchildren look to carry on as the 6th generation of the business.
I've always been a supporter of the youth, and to have my kids and their kids want to keep doing what we did and make it better and fit into the new world, it's pretty rewarding to me.
Sutton Rodeo won another prestigious award this year. Rodeo Rapid City, produced by the Suttons, won the 2025 PRCA Large Indoor Rodeo of the Year for the 7th time. And the Suttons kick off the celebration of 100 years of rodeos on January 1st.
Thanks, Ariana. A young North Dakota couple is turning their farmstead into a backyard oasis for pollinators. I traveled to the pasture in Cummings, North Dakota to learn more about their conservation efforts.
As when you look around our property, it's very colorful.
Becca Baumbach and her husband Wayne bought their farmstead in 2018 and have spent the last couple of years returning it back to its former glory by planting native grasses back on the property and incorporating livestock on the acres to boost the grass's productivity. The couple offers homegrown products off their acres, which they call the pasture. They offer fresh produce, pasture-raised poultry, and a unique type of honey that their bees produce, called wildflower honey.
Really intentional about what the bees have access to. A lot of different flowers, different ways for them to pollinate, and it definitely shows in the flavor of the honey and in the color of the honey. It's a very light floral taste, and it's like I said, it's very popular with our customers.
The pasture is home to 24 colonies of bees, and recently the couple received some help to expand their bee operation.
Last year we got a grant to expand our bee operation, and that helped expanded the production side quite a bit this year because the honey part seemed to be the biggest demand. We're always looking at different options that are, reasonable with the size of our place, because this is only 15 acres. So
while the couple enjoys sharing the fruits of their labor with customers, they are most proud of the work they have done to restore the land they now live on.
We're a certified wildlife habitat with the National Wildlife Federation. So we were certified earlier this year, and it just goes to show, the things that we're doing here, providing habitat for wildlife, providing water, shelter, not just for our domesticated animals, but for pollinators, and just planting native grasses and trying to restore the land and not, taking from the land, but also giving back to it, and each year making the land better than it was the year before.
The Baumbachs tell us they harvested 500 pounds of wildflower honey this year and shipped it all over the U.S. They say it's thanks in part to interest generated by this Ag Week story. Coming up on Ag Week TV as we continue our holiday look back at the past year. We'll visit a Minnesota bakery that features local farm families and their produce.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
Farming the land carries a lot of responsibilities. You plan and forecast the acres. You plant the crops. You spray the crops. You pray over the crops for good weather and moisture. And you harvest the crops that are long away. Erickson Custom Operations would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.
When it comes to grain storage and handling, Brock solid bins from Gateway Building Systems are built for the bushel. Gateway's expert team will help you maximize profits and keep your operation up and running. Gateway is one of the largest Brock bin dealers in the U.S. Don't wait. Expand your operation and plan for your future. Call Gateway Building Systems at 800-747-4499 or visit gatewaybuilding.com today.
Attention farmers, increase your revenue and prevent compaction from squeezing your profits with PTG's Central Tire Inflation System, now offered at OK Tire and Service. All controlled from the tips of your fingers, ensuring increased yield and improved fuel economy by adjusting your tire pressure within minutes. You are ensuring the best performance from your tractor on the field and off the field, compatible with any radial tire. Call the OK Tire team today or visit oktireinc.com to learn more.
Fertilizer bills cutting into your bottom line? With New Age Farming's Mycomax and Bionic, farmers are already saving $50 to $100+ per acre while building bigger root systems that tap nutrients already in your soil and the atmosphere. Less leaching, more water to every plant, and stronger yields across your acres. See how much you can save. Visit farmfungi.com and check out the Pick Your Profit program today.
From Superior Grain Equipment in Kinder, North Dakota, you're watching our holiday Best Of edition of AgWeek TV. There's a new bakery in West Central Minnesota that features the farmers and the crops in that area. Michael Johnson visited Old Soul Bakery in Wadena.
I found they really put their hearts and souls into it and quickly grew from selling at farmers markets to a full-time business in a building in town.
When I, decided to open a cottage bakery business, I wanted to make sure that I was getting flour straight from the farm.
In 2021, Julie and Ben Mullick were ready to leave behind the city and try running their own business in rural Minnesota. They started selling their homemade sourdough bread at farmers markets and quickly realized there was high demand for quality local products. To meet the growing demand, they decided to open a storefront business. Old Soul Artisan Bakery opened in May on Wadena's Main Street.
Everything here is scratch made. We want it to, feel like you're still getting it at the farmer's market stand.
They say the key to that is using local ingredients like flour, wild rice, maple syrup, and honey.
Anyone can go to the grocery store and buy this stuff off the shelf, but the quality's not the same.
In addition to their sourdough bread, they sell other baked goods, including donuts, pastries, and buns. They also sell goods from other farmers in the area, like honey and maple syrup. They even showcase local family farms on their wall.
We wanted to help try and bridge the gap between the consumer and the farmer and kind of give them a space on their wall for people who are looking for more farm direct to be able to access it easier.
They also raise heritage pork on their farm near Verndale, and now their goal is to add wholesale to their business, selling their bakery goods in grocery stores around the area. The Mullicks tell us things continue to go well as they bake up some of the best goodies around.
Still ahead as we continue this holiday edition of AgWeek TV. This was a milestone year for the Farm Aid concerts, and the founders celebrated it in Minnesota.
At Vatterstad, we're partnering with North American farmers to create the perfect emergence. We're doing this with new and innovative tillage, planting, and seeding solutions, optimized for the field conditions that you face, and with industry-leading capacities to help you get the job done in short windows of time, so you can maximize yields. Vatterstad, we look forward to growing together.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brent does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of Brent products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
Add more bushels to your hopper and money to your pocket by harnessing the power of air with Crary Wind Systems. Whether your beans are chest high or barely off the ground, Crary offers two solutions that add a constant stream of high-velocity air to quickly feed crop back to the auger, eliminating bunching, reducing shatter loss, and increasing your ground speed. Don't let crop conditions dictate your yield. Check out the Crary Air Reel or Crary Wind System today.
Farming is more than just a job. It's a way of life. It's your hard work, your investment, your future. At Superior Grain Equipment, we're here to protect it all. From durable grain storage to gentle drying and handling solutions. We build systems designed to last, and we stand by you with service and support every step of the way. Superior Grain Equipment, proven solutions to help you grow.
Attention farmers, increase your revenue and prevent compaction from squeezing your profits with PTG's Central Tire Inflation System, now offered at OK Tire and Service. All controlled from the tips of your fingers, ensuring increased yield and improved fuel economy by adjusting your tire pressure within minutes. You are ensuring the best performance from your tractor on the field and off the field, compatible with any radial tire. Call the OK Tire team today or visit oktireinc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Superior Grain Equipment in Kinder, North Dakota for our holiday Best Of edition of Ag Week TV. Farm Aid turned 40 this year, and the one-day fundraising festival came to Minnesota to celebrate.
Welcome to Farm Aid number 40. Thank you for coming out, supporting the small family farmer.
The concert was held on September 20th at Huntington Bank Stadium at the University of Minnesota, and all three founders of the farm fundraiser were there. Farm Aid was started in 1985 by Willie Nelson to help those struggling in the farm crisis. At 92 years old, he's still performing and raising money for family farmers. Co-founders Neil Young and John Mellencamp were also there.
We were kids when we started this thing. We were young kids and we had ideals about how we believe. And I'm so thankful that you people come and support Farm Aid every year. And I'm so thankful for Willie, who works twice as hard as me or Neil.
Over 40 years, Farm Aid concerts have raised $87 million to help farm programs and advocate for family farmers. Farm Aid advocacy helped secure victories like the Agricultural Credit Act of 1987. It restructured farm debt and saved many farmers from foreclosure. This is the time of year when we gather around the table with loved ones for a big meal, but some people struggle with food insecurity. So a new model of food bank is gaining popularity. Today's Harvest has opened its second location in the Twin Cities. This one is in Maplewood. It's set up like a grocery store with fresh produce, meat, dairy, and bakery items that are rescued daily from local stores, farms, and other partners. Today's Harvest serves more than 1,000 families a day at its two locations. It's free to anyone as often as they need and only requires providing a zip code. Jessica Francis, executive director of the organization, says removing barriers like having to give a lot of personal information to receive food attracts more people.
You know, we're offering the fresh food, the milk and the meat and fresh produce and items that people say they want most, and we're making it simple and easy for them to get it. So when we started doing that, we discovered, how much need there really was.
The other Today's Harvest location is in Oakdale. They are open 6 days a week. Francis says they are also happy to teach other communities how to open similar markets. Still ahead on this holiday edition of Ag Week TV, one of our favorite holiday traditions, sharing our bloopers with you.
For home delivery of Ag Week, log on to agweek.com or call 800-811-2580.
If you're thinking about upgrading dryers, which I think in today's world where there's so much more corn around to get a hold of advanced grain, we were able to cover for 20% more acres and probably 20% less time this year, mostly due to the dryer.
Our combines ran longer and harder than they've ever run in the past because we actually had the capacity in the dryer. We're Jason and Justin Topp, and we would highly recommend advanced grain handling for any of your grain dryer needs.
Farming the land carries a lot of responsibilities. You plan and forecast the acres. You plant the crops. You spray the crops. You pray over the crops for good weather and moisture. And you harvest the crops that are long away. Erickson Custom Operations would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. North Dakota Farmers Union is hosting the Evolution Ag Summit on Tuesday, February 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the NDFU headquarters in Jamestown. This one-day event will address how food production, processing, and supply chains are adapting to the growing demand for transparency and information about where our food comes from. Register online at ndfu.org/evolutionag.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
When it comes to grain storage and handling, Brock Solid Bins from Gateway Building Systems are built for the bushel. Gateway's expert team will help you maximize profits and keep your operation up and running. Gateway is one of the largest Brock bin dealers in the U.S. Don't wait. Expand your operation and plan for your future. Call Gateway Building Systems at 800-747-4499 or visit gatewaybuilding.com today.
From Superior Grain Equipment in Kinder, North Dakota, you're watching our holiday best of edition of AgWeek TV. We appreciate you watching this special holiday edition of AgWeek TV. We'd again like to thank Superior Grain Equipment for hosting us. As we say goodbye, we hope you'll enjoy some AgWeek TV bloopers. Happy holidays, everyone. Farmers and others with major damage may be at odds with their insurance company. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Biologist Laura Edwards. Laura, just start off right.
Like Wilhay Nelson and
There's no one driving the tractor behind me.
You look so polite. You're like this. Future state of the hog market was just one of the many top... Hello?
We can all just be like, what's up, Ag Week?
Fields, is my mic on? I'm doing great today. Okay.
Part of this small town cooperative.
Assistant Professor of Specialty Crops Pathology at SDSU. Who's doing that? I have no idea if that's right, but like, that's what I'm doing.